We've been under a heat wave, ladies and gents. I mean, heat for us, 80, 90 degrees. And for y'all, might not be hot. To give y'all a quick little update, vehicles, I mean, I'm working. I've been working. Obviously, you see this has changed. There was so much damage. I had to drill holes in the doors and get the actual lock because, funny story, since it crushed all of that, the lock sits right behind this. You can see that right there. The door was crushed to the point that it crushed the lock. And I really had to go to work to get this door off. But we got that done, cleaned the car out. The car is ready. I'm just waiting on side skirts and the side skirt splitters and sending this off to paint. And I got to clean up a lot of things that I didn't like the floppy mirrors. That's no longer floppy. They're super solid. I had to redo all of that anyway because this one didn't have the holes in it. Drilled all these holes, put silicone there to fix any leaks or make sure that this didn't leak like the other one. Just corrected all the stuff that I really wanted to do with the other setup, but because it was fine, I never touched it. And I'm very happy about that. I could maybe get this seam a little tighter, but it's not bad. See what I'm saying? It's really not bad. Maybe I can loosen those up and have Jalen pull the door while I tighten them again. But I'm happy with that being a one-man deal, one-man show. So paint, and that's back on track. I still got tires and everything in the back that I haven't mounted for this. It's been like 3 weeks now. And then this I started working on. We pulled the turbo off. I had my boy Justin come through. We pulled the turbo off, changed oil, couple other little things. The reason I pulled the turbo off was just so we could check it. It's healthy, but I want to make sure it's super healthy. Can you see that shininess? But you see on this side it's not. It's nice and dry. Well, there's a little bit of oil getting through the turbo, and that was going through the intercooler pipes and fouling out some spark plugs at certain times. It didn't do it all the time. And I'm certain the car's been sitting long enough, you won't see any residue in here in the intercooler pipes. Oil goes through the system, sucks in on the intake manifold, passes through, fouls out the spark plugs. So the system would push through it and then the car would pick back up. But every now and again, you get this stutter, this big. And that's what that is from. So set the turbo to ATP. They're going to check it. Turbo works phenomenally. No shaft play, no nothing. But they're going to pressure test the oil side of things, possibly rebuild it. But they do have a core exchange program that I'm going to utilize and get myself a nice, crispy spoolie boy. Just waiting for them to give me a call back. Then I'll throw the turbo back on. All the fluids are changed and good to go. Oh. One big thing, and it's been a problem for a while. See that kink? You can probably see it better on the top side. You see that kink? That was from an accident really long ago. My exhaust essentially got pushed from the back forward. And since all the turbo and everything was real sturdy right there and a hot exhaust, that kinked. There's a possibility I'm going to get that done. It works good. It works okay. It works all right, I should say. But I could potentially make more flow, get more of the rasp happening, and make a little bit more power. But, I mean, it's been like that for eons. And I do feel like there was a crack somewhere. I feel like there was. But more or less, it's restricting airflow, so I got to get that redone. Other than that, I'm going to just start driving this again. Obviously, the reason why I'm jumping back on this car and getting it ready, because Jalen's ready. Jalen's ready to roll. The Vert is done. It's just sitting in the backyard, ready for its opportunity to rip. And it seems like we're going to have quite a few opportunities for me to bring this car and the vert so we could rip me and Jalen doing our thing. And that's the whole plan. But since I've had this car sitting for so long, let me just get a clean bill of health, and then we're going to get the car back out here and get to ripping. Yeah, he could slide this, but I don't know. So that's just a quick little garage update on the cars, because I'm currently working on everything. The TV show came out, very interesting. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. A lot of editing, not the full story. But who cares? Y'all are here. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I do it. And this is just motivation after that show for me to get out here and really rip, really shred. But let me bring my son along, you know? Let's just start ripping with my son. A lot more private track days should be had just because of that. Speaking on track days, I've got some leathers. Jalen's got some leathers coming. We'll be bringing these two to a track very soon. And that's where I'm going to be teaching Jalen a lot more about riding dynamics and technique. Exactly last weekend, from right now when you're watching this, it was when Jalen scrubbed on his Zuma. Zuma's still in the backyard, thrashed. Jalen bought some damn game that he has. He bought CarX Drift. He has CarX Drift on console, on phone. We got it on PlayStation, and he bought it again. He bought it for $40. He bought it again because they dropped it on the damn Nintendo. So I'm going to make him pay for some of these parts that he destroyed, and then we're going to go from there. So this is going to be a learning tool for him at the track. I'm not going to let him rip and run on this like for the free. Go ahead, knock yourself out like the scooter was. The scooter was absolutely his to do with what he wanted to do. This, nah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. I can't let my favorite person jump on my favorite boy and possibly mess it up. Still have yet to really ride this. Yeah, I was about to say it takes a little more work than I thought to launch this shit. I mean, I got a lot of shit to do, y'all. This is just like a quick update, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, the cars, because it's been a lot of bikes lately. Cars is my basis. Cars is my foundation. Cars is my stronghold. And you know, I've been doing some drifting. I drove one of my homeboys' cars. He wanted me to test it out. His front end, his steering had a little bit of a feel, a little bit of an issue. I never drove the car. Jumping right in the car, I get into this. The front end washed out, and the other dude just took this as an opportunity to like, oh, I'm gonna go right around him. But I'm like, sir, you just gave me a door to get on. So that was pretty interesting. I drove the RX-8. I tried to skid that, but I just had absolutely too much grip on the rear tires and skid the vert around a little bit, but the mic was out, so this footage was unusable. But I'm just getting back to the mode where we're going to do some drifting. I want to do some drifting, but this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate FC in the nation to me. I don't know. I might be capping, but this is like the ultimate car. I have a blast driving this. I don't want to drive anything else, if I'm going to be honest. So it's hot as hell. I'm closing this up. I'm going back inside, and let's edit this up.